Hey everybody, Ann Gilbert here for Dump the Diet. I think number 4. We're kind of losing track of what weeks we're doing. I'm here at the gym today with Christine, and we are doing some prepping for our reopening. And while we're here, I just got to tell you about a couple Shapes gals that actually walked by the club today and waved at us, social distancing of course, and went next door to support our tenant, Yo-Yo Juice. You know, they're a small business like we are, a small business, and we need to really step up and support them as much as possible, not just Yo-Yo Juice, but all the small businesses. So that's just a challenge I have for you guys this week, is to do something special for one of the small businesses or one of your favorite vendors. I wanted to talk a little bit today about your body, and in week 4, I think it's really, really important to understand that your body is actually a water recycling plant. It's a water recycling plant. So think of it as a factory, and the factory gets turned on in the morning when you start your intake of water, and you actually need half of your body weight in ounces to just let that factory run every single day. So without that much water, you actually could break down the factory. Does that make sense, everybody? You could actually stop the factory from running. At the end of the day, the factory gets shut down and the factory sleeps. So those two things, the water and the sleep, to me, make up a healthy body. And we don't always think about it. We think about drinking more water, or did you get your water? And we think about going to bed at night after the show is over, or after our favorite show is over. But are we really thinking of our body right now? We've been focusing really well on wellness and health and immune system. But we want to think of our body this week as that water recycling plant. So experts agree, we talked about it, day 1, I think, was hydrate before caffeinate in the morning, right? Are you guys still remembering and use that tagline? So we want to start that water recycling plant first thing in the morning. I weigh about 135, so I need 65 ounces. We know that's the minimum to let this factory run. But I've also taken on more exercise lately. How about you guys? I'm doing 1 to 5 workouts a week on the Shape site. I love the virtual site, it's virtual studio. And I'm also doing about 20 to 30 miles around Nature's Way, which is the area I live in, accumulating miles on my bike and my feet. So once I added that much more activity, or that much more work to the factory, think about it, my need for water intake just increased. So I don't need just 65 ounces to get my factory up and running in the day. Instead, I need 65 ounces plus at least 24 more ounces, 12 before the workout and 12 extra after the workout. Now the weather's been beautiful and perspiration hasn't been excessive, but we're entering into a season in which it's going to be hot if you're taking on some of those outdoor challenges. So remember, half your body weight in water to get the factory going, to run the factory. Now, at the end of the day, how much sleep? Well, I was just bringing up sleep today to Christine because last night we had a storm, and my little mini dachshund freaks out in storms, freaks out. She started the panting and the shaking, like, Mom, I'm gonna die if this storm gets any closer to me, in the middle of the night. At 1:35, to be exact, because that's the time I looked at the clock, my sleep was disrupted. Now, I could have gone back to sleep and maybe caught up a little bit, but experts agree that if you can get 7 hours of sleep straight through, you're really probably enhancing the ability for the factory to reopen the next day and run like it should. 7 hours. Now some days we get 5 and a nap will help maybe, but really I want you to think about 7 hours and see if you can challenge yourself this week to let me know how many hours you get, okay? So that being said, what if you wake up in the middle of the night? Is your phone near you? Is your phone near you? Is the television still on? If you're challenged not only with storms and mini dachshunds that are keeping you up at night, but waking up in the middle of the night, here's a Dump the Diet hint for everybody, all of our members and all of our clients. Please put the phone in the other room. Sometimes I'll get up in the middle of the night for what is my morning hours at 3 or 4 in the morning. I go to bed very early at night, and I'll text somebody and I think, oh my gosh, what if that text woke them up? But a real good, healthy person has put that phone out of reach, out of sight, as well as turned the television off before they go to bed. So those are my hints for this week, right? This starts the factory running. Make sure it runs throughout the day. Don't drink it all at once. It's a recycling plan. It just needs more and more. Add at least 12 ounces before the workout, after the workout, and then remember, when the factory gets shut down, that sleep is just as important as is the water. Your system runs with both intact. So I challenge you, 7 hours, try it. Have a great week, everybody.